come in, tap the screen, share with a friend. Today we're going to dive into the topic of circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. What I mean by that is your circumstances are irrelevant. Simple. I don't care, no matter what the circumstances are, they're irrelevant. You could be whatever the hell. So, yeah. I do not like this outfit at all. Um, Instead of me going all the way up here, let's go. Ooh, right. Drop comments in the comment section. Today I'm doing a live on circumstances don't matter. So regardless of your circumstances, if you feel like you are trying to manifest something and you feel like, I have so many circumstances in the way. Um, there's people that are, am I gay? Yes, I am. I'm so happy. There's so many people that, anyway, circumstances don't matter. If you want to manifest anything into your reality, your circumstances are irrelevant. You want to manifest a BMW and you don't have a job, don't worry about not having a job, because guess what? Some way, somehow, a situation will present itself for you to get a brand new Mercedes Benz. So manifesting, you're literally manifesting all the time. All the time. Your reality, we're asking manifestation questions, guys. We're not talking about thank you, drop the link already. Y'all are so funny. But yes, so what are some things you guys are manifesting right now? That's what this slide is about. We're trying to manifest our dream reality because there's gonna come a point in time in life where you're gonna get to the end and you're gonna be like, damn, what did I do? How did I make myself productive while I had this time, this precious time here on earth? What did I do with my time? You don't want to look back and you're so regretful, like, damn, all I did was play around, all I did was bother other people, all I did, you want to think of all of the good you've done in the world, or whatever the case may be, whatever you want to do with your time. Hopefully it's something good and positive. But manifestation doesn't work like that. You manifest who and what you are. If you're a piece of shit, nine times out of ten, you're gonna manifest shitty beautiful, productive person, you're gonna manifest beautiful, productive situations in your life. So yeah. How are you guys doing? Like and share live. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video because I really gotta get somewhere, sit down, and focus on what I'm doing. Because I've been studying manifestation for like maybe 7 years, honestly. Honestly, before I really started studying manifestation, law of attraction, things like that, before I started doing that, I was naturally just a very spiritual person. Like, I've always been able to, tap into the spiritual realm. I've always just been inclined to just be a very spiritual person. So before I actually learned about Neville Goddard, and if you don't know who Neville Goddard is, you should go Google him. Google the book. Google. I'm trying to think. I would probably do something like now. Honestly, I don't even read Neville, but Neville is a wonderful manifestation teacher. Um, he is probably advanced, more of an advanced teacher. Some people just can't grasp the concept of some of the things that he teaches in his books, in his lectures. But if you feel like, hey, I'm just gonna jump head first into this thing and I wanna learn about manifesting and I wanna learn how to apply it to my life, I would do Neville because he's really, really good. Um hmm. Then I'll say this. I was born magical. I think we all are born magical. But what happens is we are born into families that stunt our growth. Like, whether that was intentionally or unintentionally, we're born into these families and they're like, hey, you need to be more normal. We don't want you to be magical. We want you to be more normal. We want you to fit in more like us. So then you kind of lose your superpower. Um, yeah. Let's see the comment. Mark Houston. Hi, Mark. Yes, Mark A. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna redo this live. I'm gonna delete this live. I'm gonna do a different live outside of this one because it's still really, really early. Why? Why am I paying attention? First of all, I am paying attention to driving. I am paying attention to driving. If I wasn't paying attention to driving, I would have ran into somebody, but I'm not. I've never had a car accident in like 8 years. I've never been in a car accident ever. So what do you mean by that? There are red lights, and I'm in a small town where it's like red lights everywhere. So yeah, I can chew gum and walk at the same time. I've never been in a car accident. Can you say the same, D-Lo? Yep, that's true. That's very true. I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the concern. You have to drive for yourself and other drivers as well. But I've never been in a car accident. And I can say that I I do pay attention. I'm not a reckless driver. I would never get on here and say I don't pay attention to the road. I am actually a very cautious driver, and I've never been in a car accident ever in my life. But I appreciate the concern because that is very much true. But if I was reading the comments, I was obviously sitting at a red light, or I was in a position to where I could stop and focus on the phone. I'm not one of those people that are so like oblivious to what's going on to where I just would take my eyes off the road and just strictly focus on uh a phone. Hopefully you never meet anybody that ignorant in your life or that airheaded. We're gonna get a piece of gum to freshen my breath. I'm gonna end this live and redo it. Probably go live on TikTok. Because you guys aren't even asking questions about the topic at hand. Mm. How many of y'all eat this? hmm The topic was is circumstances don't matter. I did this video on manifestation and teaching people how to create their dream reality. Like, do you have a question on that? I was talking about the um because a lot of people feel like they can't have what they want in life due to circumstances. Um, and you receive in your life what you believe. So I'm the type of person that believes I'm a good driver. I never have car accidents. I am just a good driver. I'm always at the right place at the right time. So I've never experienced a car accident. I never experienced like inconveniences in my life because I believe in the power of manifestation. I believe in the power of God. And your reality is a direct reflection of what you think and feel and the assumptions that you hold about yourself. So I wanted to come on and kind of like converse with other people who have the same mindset or the same ideology, or people that want to learn and get more into that type of thing. Um, yeah. But instead of y'all asking me about the topic at hand, y'all leave questions in the or make statements in the comment section like the one that you made, telling me that I need to be paying attention to the road instead of the, which is true, but I don't have those type of issues. Never, ever, ever. I actually drove to Atlanta one time, and this is probably like not good to say, but I took a trip, a road trip. I drove all the way to Atlanta, and the whole time I was like going back and forth with someone. Energy, vibration, and frequency. I said, I appreciate the concern. Energy, vibration, and frequency. I think that's more of like Tesla's thing or his theory. I'm more of a consciousness type of person. Like you could be in a bad energy, you could be in a bad frequency, you could be in a bad vibration and still manifest positive things because you're not your energy, you're not your vibration, and you're not your frequency. So you can have all of those things. That's like similar in toxic environments and they still become something productive in the world or they still make something amazing out of themselves or that's kind of similar to you know somebody being at a certain vibration and you're repulsed by them because you are in a completely mm, I beg to differ. We are made of that consciousness energy. Well, you're teaching me something. I don't believe that though. Like energy and consciousness to me are two different things. Like that's true. Yes, we do have much more power than we know. But we are made of I guess you could say I always go back to like when I was in elementary school and like certain groups of kids would hang with certain other groups of kids due to their consciousness or the things that they were into or you know energy cannot be created or destroyed. Mm, okay, energy can't be, but that still isn't like I don't think that has anything to do with consciousness. Though. Elaborate more on that. I don't think that um because for instance, right? That's why it's not about energy to me. That's why I don't deal in the realm of energy. I feel like that's more for like cuz like you're speaking about energy. I'm speaking about consciousness. So, let's just say you were a negative person and you came in with a certain type of energy, and instead of me feeding you my energy, I would just simply remove my awareness from you. I will literally act as if you don't exist, or I will focus my consciousness onto something else, and you will be non-existent in my life or in my world or in my reality because I'm not aware of you. That's where you get people playing with manipulating energy or trying to make themselves known in another person's reality because they want your awareness. They want your consciousness. That's why they say you have to pay attention. Like everything you're paying for, whether you can think it's free, but you're paying attention. Correct? You're paying attention. So you only exist to a person that's conscious of you. And a person, some people are have a direct connect to God. Like some people are directly in tune and connected to God, and those people are considered more high vibrational than others. Others, those people are considered to be at a higher frequency than someone that is not connected to God or have a positive or clear consciousness. Their consciousness is polluted. So it really necessarily doesn't have anything to do with energy. Because you can be a person of super, 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 super good energy, but fucked up shit always happen to you because you have a terrible ass consciousness. You're focusing your consciousness on bullshit all the time, so your energy can be all good all it wants to. That's why you see people that go in the hospital all the time. They try to have a positive mindset, positive attitude about something, and the worst case scenario still happens because their energy doesn't fucking matter. Yes, it can't be created or destroyed, but that doesn't negate the fact that your consciousness is the end all be all. So correct. Mhm. I'm with you when you're right. But yeah. So and I think energy, frequency, and vibration. Those three words mean the same thing in my opinion. Maybe they are different slightly in certain aspects. I'm sure a person that's like into music or into like producing will be able to tell me a little bit more about that or inform me a little bit more about that. But yeah. And we all are created. We all have that access, but some of us can access that information or access that relationship with God a little bit better than others. And that is why you see people that I'm gonna speak for myself personally. I've been experiencing a lot of people that want to have access to me. They want to know what I'm doing behind the scenes. They want to know things about me. They want to make their presence known in my life, in my consciousness. Like they feel a certain type of way, and I'm sure everybody experiences. I'm pretty sure on some level, they want your consciousness to focus on them so that you can create their reality for them. And I've just learned about NPCs, like people that are in the reality with us, but they're like non-player characters. Like they have no soul, they have no imagination. They literally regurgitate everything. Like they have no sense of self. They have no creativity. They have no um what do you call it? Like, have you ever been around a person that everything you do, they try to mimic you. Like they can't come up with anything on their own. That's what you would call an NPC. They are empty inside, and they use you to try to create the life that they want instead of going to God because they have no connection with God. We are all intuitive. Many have gifts that can feel people's energy or vibration or frequency or even hurt and pain in others. Learning to use this to help humans with gifts. That is true. Um, That is true. We all are intuitive. I believe that. Even animals are intuitive. Um, and honestly, you want me to tell you something? I don't believe everybody is intuitive. I'm sure they could hone that aspect of themselves, but I don't believe everybody is intuitive because I've met people that aren't intuitive at all. Like their children or themselves can be in a very, very terrible situation, but they're so disconnected from themselves, they're no longer intuitive. That's the point of tricking you out of your spot or some people they don't have the capacity to intuitively know something. They don't have the capacity to intuitively grasp an idea. So I don't think I know that all humans have this ability, but all humans can't access it. They are just zombies. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And as humans, we all live in an existence with other humans that may not have the same upbringing as you. They may not have had the same resources as you. Their brain may not be stimulated because we don't even use the full capacity of our brains. Like we don't even understand how powerful the brain is. It's more powerful than a computer. It's more powerful than AI. And a lot of people, most people, aren't able to access both hemispheres, well, both sides of the brain and tap into their full potential. Most people, probably like 95% of the people in the world cannot access most of their gifts. Gifts. And then also too, like I used to feel like that. Like, yeah, you supposed to learn how to use these gifts to help other people. And I feel like that to a certain extent. You help people who are willing to help themselves. Because if you're out and you're on a mission to just help everybody, you will deplete yourself. Because you as an individual, you have your own mission, you have your own goals, you have your own life, you have a set time that you're here to accomplish those goals, to complete that mission. And if you spend all of your time trying to trying to help other people and trying to, get them on track, doing things for them that their mothers and fathers should have done for them, it will set you back. And that is a beautiful thing to want to help other people, and I feel like you should if those people are willing to help themselves and you're in a situation to where you can help a person. But just to, and I want to, that I think that's what I want to do, or I've always wanted to do. I feel like I'm a healer and I can heal people, and I understand things on a deeper level than most people. And it's certain things that I want to teach people that I really can't put into words. So, um, and two, you have a lot of people that work against you when they feel like you're powerful or they feel like you're gifted. They don't care about helping humanity. They dislike the fact that you have access to gifts that they don't have access to, and they will do everything in their power to dim your light the way that theirs is dimmed. But that's why the name of this live is called Circumstances Don't Matter, because regardless of how other people think, regardless of how other people feel, you can still do, have, and be whatever it is in this life that you want to be. Have you ever thought about that? Amen. Clock that too. And while I'm a spiritualist and I believe in consciousness and I believe in awareness, I also believe in God. I also still believe in God. There's a lot of people in the spiritual community that don't believe in God. They strictly believe in frequency, vibration, um, things like that. I still believe in God with having the consciousness and awareness that your reality is created by your mindset. But in the end, there is a God that's bigger than everybody that still has, I wouldn't say control over you, because as humans we have free will. Like that's a gift that we were gifted. Like we have free will to do as we please. And whatever you choose to do is not right or wrong necessarily. Um, yes, I am a healer, and God is the frequency I heal with. I don't know what you mean by that, but I would love for you to elaborate. God is good all the time. Amen. I would love for you to elaborate on that, because I feel like the way I heal people, and I spend a lot of time listening to other people and obtaining knowledge from other people to see their perspectives of it. And I've come to the realization that every person has a different and a unique connect to God, and they have their own. Well, the people that are tapped in, because everybody is not tapped in. But the people that are tapped in, they do it. Each person do it a little bit different. Like me, I feel like I'm a healer because just being in my presence. If anybody has ever been around me in my real life, in my personal life, they are transformed from being around me. They are elevated just from experiencing my energy. You have a nice personality and a beautiful car. God bless you. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. But yeah. So anybody that has ever been around me or has ever spent time with me personally, they are transformed just from existing around me. They become better human beings. Even if they don't completely do a turnaround in their life, they are they pretend to be better humans when they're around me. And a lot of people say like, if it's fake, you might as well not do it, but that's not necessarily true. Like it's good even if they faking it. Hopefully they fake being a good person for so long till it actually becomes a part of their personality. But yeah, circumstances don't matter. I don't believe, I hear a lot of people say, God, you are the God of your own reality, but I don't. You are, but not in the way that they think. Like it'll be people that will get sick and have cancer, and it'll be somebody telling them like, you're the God of your reality, such and such and such and such. You can direct your thoughts to the cancer and push it out, and you don't have to go like they'll tell them all of these things, and it's like, why are you telling them this? Like that, what they should do is go to the doctor and be treated properly for what they have going on, and then in the end, they believe in this person that's telling them all of these things, and it's not true. When I heal, I feel God, and I can feel a shift change in the energy and love. When I heal, His vibrations work through me with love. Mm, that's something I would have to experience. That's something I would have to see and experience. I've never. That's dope, and I would love to witness that. When is your birthday? What is your zodiac sign? Even though I don't believe in zodiac signs, but I do use it to kind of see like certain things about people. But for me, I heal people by being myself. Like people see me in either they're triggered, huh? I say your zodiac sign. So do you have a practice? Like, do you do Reiki healing? Do you do sound bowls? What do you do? Like, do you offer some type of service? Are you into spirituality? Like, what are you? What are you doing? Um, but yeah, me, I don't believe that people can heal other people. I believe that each person has to heal themselves. Like, you can't. I'm a healer, but when I say that, I don't mean like I go and I'm like, you are healed. Like, not that type of healer. I'm a healer as in like, you being around me, you're going to heal yourself. You being around me, you're going to find yourself again. You being around me, just me existing, being myself, will bring you peace and clarity because there's so many demons in this world, and I'm not trying to speak that into existence, but as humans, we all are. We kind of know that people, you know how the human species is. Not everybody, but a lot of people are fucked up, and they want you to be fucked up with them. And when you actually come across a person that's genuine and caring and loving, you can relax, you can believe in yourself again. You can put your best foot forward. You can access information within yourself that you wouldn't usually be able to access because all of the fucked up shit that's going on around you have you so wrapped up and involved in believing the lies, being deceived by the people and places and things that are going on around you. But when you experience somebody like me, and others, because there's other people that it's been people in my life that I've experienced and I'm like, you know what, this person is a healer. This person is medicine because just being around them literally makes you feel better. But it's not because they're coming up to you, healing you. It's just because they give you the ability to heal yourself. There is a scripture in the Bible that says, you are made whole by your faith. You're not made whole because somebody else healed you. You're not made whole because of some frequency. You're not made whole because of X, Y, and Z. The circumstances don't matter. You're made whole because you believe in yourself. You're made whole because you were able to tap into something inside of you to make you whole. Outside of that, I don't really think it's nothing that you can do to make somebody else whole. Anybody that's where cults come from. That's where when you see preachers and they think they're this, it don't work like that. It does if you believe in it. Anything can work if you believe. Um, but for the most part, that person that you're operating on, they have to be able to believe themselves. You direct people back to themselves. If you can direct a person back to themselves, that's all they need in actuality. If you teach a person how to connect with themselves and tap into the fact that I can heal if I take the proper precautions, not stop taking your medication, stop con- um con- contacting your doctor when there's, you know what I'm saying, when mishaps come up, just completely forget about it. No, you still have to handle your responsibilities. You still have to, you know, do your due diligence in trying to cross your T's and dot your I's in actuality. And then after you do all you can do on that side of the spectrum, you can then you can do all of the extra stuff on the side. But make sure you're actually, you know, I can't speak for everybody, but I've just seen a lot of like gurus and spiritual teachers tell people like, hey, just stop doing that, and that's not the case. Don't do that. Um, that's gonna be all for this live, guys. I really enjoyed you guys. I want to go live again and talk about more more topics. I wonder who these two people. Who are y'all in here? Is my man in here? I'm sure one of these viewers is my man. If you in here, come in. If don't nobody else support me, my man, he gonna support me. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this beautiful Thursday. Today is my favorite day of the week. I love, 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 love Thursdays. Let me tell y'all what I love. It used to be Tuesday. Tuesday used to be my favorite day, but now it's Thursday, and that's because it's the day before Friday. It's the calm before the storm. Because Friday and Saturday you turn up, you get cute, you get dressed up, you go out, you go get you a drink, you go do this and you go do that. That's for Friday and Saturday. But Thursday is that prep day. Thursday is that day before the action really starts to get popping. So Thursday is it's a guy on a scooter, electric scooter, and this scooter is fast. This when they started, let me see if I can flip the camera. Do y'all see that man riding by? Do you see how fast that scooter is driving? Since when? What kind of engine did they put in that scooter? Literally, like, what in the world? He is real, like, he probably should have a helmet on. That scooter is pretty fast. Um, anyway, I'm going to end this video off saying that circumstances don't matter. I appreciate who that is. D-Low on something. I appreciate your intake, and yeah, sounds interesting. I probably need to get back into my frequency and energy like bag and learn a little bit more about it. But I don't believe, like, I literally strictly am just conscious girly. Like, I'm a conscious girly. I don't know about. I used to be into. Hi, how are you? I used to be a energy frequency girly. I used to be the girl. I used to be into tarot cards. That a card cannot tell you. The only thing that can tell you what's gonna happen is you, not a card. I used to be into healing bowls. I used to be into chakras. I used to be into balancing chakras. And all of these things have their place. All of these things have their place. But it's a tool that you can use. Energy is a tool that you can use. Frequency is a tool that you can use. Don't let the tool use you. It does not set anything in stone. It's just a tool that's being used. It is not. It honestly, I feel like it slows people up in their journey, on their spiritual journey. Like I feel like every person that broke free from like the church and religion and stuff like that, when they started going to it steps to it, they'll start like maybe wearing bracelets, crystal bracelets, and then they'll go from wearing crystal bracelets to like singing bowls and like, different stuff like that. But yeah, so I enjoyed you guys. And that's gonna be all for this video. This video was 40 minutes and 46 seconds. Bye.